Oh my gosh, heater off. Oh, let's wake up. Rise and shine. Stretching to the sides. Do you see all the nylobones on the floor that I have to trip over? These are the things that I worry about, just in case you're wondering. And let's hold it over to one side and just gently go forward and back. So we're just rotating the torso a little bit forward and back, letting whatever side of the body it is that's side bending get a good stretch. And then come up and let's go over to the other side and do the same thing. Up and over, rotate forward, rotate back. Nice and gentle, easy does it. Stretch through your side. So you inhale, feel your ribs moving. Maybe get a stretch through the obliques. And then come up, rest your head on your hands for just a moment. Kind of shake it out, settle into it. And we're going to press up and do those circles. So your arms going forward and then pulling back, coming around to the sides each time. Find as much mobility pulling back as you can. You're going to stretch through the front of your shoulders, opening up the chest, and go the other way because we can. Then we're going to take those circles down to our shoulders and elbows, up and around. 2, 3, 4, 5. How many things are there for me to trip over? Good. And then punch those arms out. Make a fist, pull those shoulder blades together, create good tension through your torso, and circle your arms. Arms in the socket. Your back muscles, chest muscles are holding you so you can move. Just do about 10 more and then we'll flip. And flip. Keep those shoulder blades pinched together. Notice how your arms feel. Good. And then let's roll in the socket. So you can let your shoulder blades relax here. You're not trying to hold too much tension, just moving the arm in the shoulder socket. And gradually let the arms come down. And swing. Swing, and I'm going to move the hazards out of my way. The dog and the husband just took off for an hour-long walk, so we can play. Here we go. Okay. Lazy backstroke. See if you can find that last little bit of openness in your shoulders. Notice if you want to turn your body to make it happen, or if you can make that happen just by holding yourself still and moving your arm. Just notice. Last set. Good. Wiggle it out, come down to the hips. We'll pop it out side to side. And hula hoop. And reverse. Last one, and figure eights. 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. 2, 3, 6. Good. Getting down to the knees. We are just going to cruise. So keep circling. Do about 4 more in this direction and then switch. In my effort to get Zoom going, I forgot to set my clock up. My clock helps me. So hang on a sec. Because in this tiny space, the only clock is on the microwave and it's not very accurate. Okay, let's plant the ball of foot in one ball of 1 foot on the floor, circling it out. And reverse. Good. And switch sides. And reverse that. Okay, so bring your feet under your hips. Let's do some prancing. So start with the ball of your foot pressed into your floor. And then both feet move at the same time. One's coming up, one's going down. We're going straight up and down, moving through your foot, nice and slow. Spread your toes for balance. Don't spread your toes and lose your balance. And then let's come into first position. We'll keep going with those heel raises, but together. Everything is zipped up the midline. We're activating everything up the middle of your body. Inner thighs, inside of your calves. You might feel it through your arch. Might not. You didn't notice already that purple girl with the arms up like this? That's my emoji. Good. And march it out, step it out, shake it out, whatever you need. You're gonna do some ankle wiggles. If you need to hold on for balance, go find something for balance. Sometimes just having your hands on a part of a body is enough to give you that point of contact that holds you steady. So toes down and your foot goes side to side. Try not to move through your hip or your knees. It's just your lower body. And I know if you look down, you lose your balance. That's why it's okay to hold on and see what you're doing. This isn't necessarily a balance exercise. It's an ankle exercise. The more we focus on these tiny little muscles, the happier our legs will be and feet. It's a good thing we don't walk around on our hands, or we'd have to do this for our hands also. Okay, switching sides. But you think about it, we do a lot with our hands and we forget that we have all those little muscles there until they start to scream at us, just like our feet. Good. Okay. So march it out, step it out, let your legs relax for a second. We're coming back to side one. We're going to take our knee up, rotate from the hip, and bring that inner ankle up towards the ceiling. So take your knee out as far as you can to the side. It's okay to hold on for these. I think I am too. So we're pulling with our inner thigh, not with our quads. So I want that rotation out as best as you can get. Good. Switch sides, knee up, rotate, and lift. So we're not 14-year-old Hindi boys who can get into all kinds of goofy yoga positions where your foot is up here and you can still lift it, but we can still work those muscles. Good. And I say that because I've had a few yoga teachers remind us in class that we can't get into those idealized poses because they were all done by teenage boys hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. It's like, yeah, that's not my body. Probably not yours either. Actually, I know it's not yours either. None of us are teenage boys from thousands of years ago. Side to side. That's what your feet want to do, and see if you can keep them grounded. The inside of your foot and the outside of your foot. Your toes are down and your foot is nice and secure. Don't you love it? There's always something to notice about these movements. And let's hang out on one side and sink down into it. You can make it pulses or you can just hold it. But what I want you to do is notice that you're not pushing into the ball of your foot and pushing your knee forward, and that you're not sitting so far back that your toes are coming up, that you're grounded in the center, and you can sink down. So these are called, if you went all the way down to the ground and had your toes turned up, it's called a Cossack squat. And they do it in CrossFit, and people get their butts down to the ground, and it's not realistic for most people. I've never been able to, nor will I ever be able to do that. But you can feel it. You can feel what it's doing. Let's come up and over to the other side. Same thing, pulse or hold, your choice. Check that your feet are grounded on the floor, both feet. You're not pushing forward, you're not sitting back. You're kind of centered over your foot. And of course, it's geometry. Your knee will go forward as your hip goes back and vice versa. But you're not pushing into your knee, and you can tell that by where the weight is on your foot. So if you're sitting back or pushing forward, you want to keep your knees happy. If you have hip issues, knees issues, shoulder issues, we're going to try to keep your whole body happy. Got that nice big stretch, come up to the center. I had maybe an ounce of coffee this morning after being decaf. Maybe that's why I'm so tatty, who knows. Shoulder drop, hold it. Let your ribcage stretch as you take 3 big breaths. One shoulder down, one shoulder up to the ceiling. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And then switch, same thing. 3 big breaths. Make sure you can breathe and expand into the back of your body. See if you can find it, see if you can feel it. Coming back to center, we're going to go side to side for 8. So it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I kind of skipped the 1 to go into that roll, sorry. If you were watching me, you weren't doing this right. You should have had your head down. Okay. Take my sweatshirt off, grab a drink. We're going to do a little bit of foot stuff and balance. I'm going to switch from outdoor walk to functional strength. Okay. So, how are we doing with our toes? Let's spread them out. Just notice right now where your weight is. Are you kind of sitting back, more on your heels, so it's really easy to pick up the front of your feet? Are you leaning forward so your heels are really light, but your palms of your feet are just mashing into the ground? And can you find center? So you can rock back and forth, toe to heel, just a few times. And then kind of see if you can find center. So you feel the ball of your foot, you feel your heel, and you can lift your toes up. So from the centered position, let's lift all 5 toes up on both feet and bring them down. So we're just lifting and lowering, toes up, toes down, all your toes all at the same time. I have to look down too and see that they're behaving. And then we're just going to lift the big toes up. So we do things bilaterally, both feet. We're doing both feet at the same time right now. Do a few more. Then we're going to press the ball of your toe down and pick up those 4 toes on each foot. So the 4 toes are coming up and down. Notice if they all want to come up. Those 3 toes in the middle, I think, are connected somehow. I don't know if there's a ligament in there or if it's just evolution, what happened to us, but those 3 toes always want to travel at the same time, and that's okay. I'm not asking you to separate them. So then let's do 1 foot at a time. Just a few. Big toe up and down, up and down, up and down. Like you're keeping time to music, but instead of using your whole foot, you're just using your big toe. And then we're going to ground that big toe and do the other four toes. It's a little harder to focus when it's all, or to get the work done when it's one side over the other. And this is a chance to see if your right foot is really that different from your left. Switching sides, toe tapping, just big toe tapping on the right. I mean, on the left, I'm on now. You're on the other side, that's okay. Notice if your big toe wants to wander right and left as you're doing this, or if it's going straight up and down. And then we're going to switch to the four toes. And then all 10 toes up and fan them down from the pinky all the way to the great toe. And then all up, fan them down. And then we'll do that one more time, up and then fan. Good. Okay, point your toes into the ground. So your toenails will be on the floor, not the ball of your foot. And then just stretch the top of your foot. So you're pressing down into the floor. You should feel a stretch into the front of your shin. And we're just going to hang out there for a second. We work those muscles. Every time we do those toe lifts, you're working your shin muscles. So if you're ever worried about shin splints, this is one way of strengthening those muscles so they get used to the impact from running, walking, hiking, whatever. And this is a really nice stretch. So we're on side two. I switched without saying. Okay. So our little mini squats, finding your balance on one foot, get centered, rock forward, back, find your midfoot, other foot up. 20 little squats. You should be feeling like you're more centered over your foot as you're doing these. See if you can take it a little lower. It's harder. Good. Switching sides. They're just mini squats. Maybe next month we'll get to a bench. We'll take these all the way down. Right now, just get the feel, staying centered over your foot as you're going up and down. And keeping that alignment, your knee with your toes. And if you can't see now, it might be worth looking in a mirror at some point and noticing if your knee is drifting. We want to keep that knee centered over that foot. Okay, toe taps, forward, back. Let your body swing. And this is where this week gets challenging. We're going to start adding arms. So forward, back, forward, back. Let your body swing. One side is going to be stronger than the other. This is definitely a potential for throwing you off balance. So notice where your weight is shifting over your standing foot. It's okay for it to move. Your body is moving, your foot's going to adjust. Let's go to side two, toe taps. And add the arms. Whoop. Which way did it go? Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time on this side. How are you guys doing? I see arms moving. Nobody's fallen over yet. So what I notice on side two is my weight wants to go all over my foot and not stay grounded. And that's throwing me off balance. Master the foot, master your destiny. That's my quote. Okay, shake your ankles out, grab a drink of water. What's next? We have our alternating lunges. We have our good mornings. We're going to do 2 rounds because somehow it got later than I thought it would be. So let's do our lunges. If you need to give your ankles another 15, 20 seconds, just kind of sink into them. Make sure your calves are ready for this. So 10 total lunges, 5 on each side, 5 good mornings, 10 Y raises. Here we go. You know the drill. It's the same all month. 4, 6. So you can keep your hands on your hips. 10. Good. And then hands behind your head. We're not bowing from the waist. We're pushing back through the hips. Chest is forward, eyes are forward. Only 5. I think I did 6. I don't have little weights, so I'm going to do what I've been telling you you can do. If you make a fist and hold that tension, so from your shoulder all the way down to your arm, you're creating the solid bar of an arm. Come into your hinge, pull your shoulders down, your back is flat. We're going to lift up. You create enough tension through your fist, you can feel your back muscles working to lift. This is why we only need tiny weights for doing this. We're doing 10. Good. Now we come down on the floor. Do step ins or mountain climbers. 10 total. 5 on each side. Come to your knees or stay on your toes. 5 push-ups. Rock back into child's pose. Give your back a nice big stretch. Okay. Last round. And then we go to our jumps and then our lifts. Hands behind your head. Back is flat. Chest is forward. You're not reaching for the floor. You're reaching back with your butt. Good. Coming back over to that hinge, your back stays flat, arms stay straight. And we're going to lift up into those Y raises. Good. Arms are straight. Pull with your back. I can see you. Good. Last time down on the floor. Wow, you look like you could do those Y raises all day. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was on each side. 5 easy push-ups. Woo, get that stretch at the bottom. And rock back. Okay, grab a drink. Moving on. I have my little step. Hooray. Hopefully it stays together. The legs tend to want to come off, which is not very helpful when you want to jump on it. But there we go. There we go. And heavy weight for doing our push presses. Are we ready? I'm watching you. You know, even this, short heights, it's intimidating. It's like, okay, it's a block in front of me. Am I going to trip over it? You gotta get over that mental block. If you can't today, if you're not feeling it, just jump off the floor and don't try to jump onto anything. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Try to get your whole foot up. Okay. Picking up our heavier weights. Whew. You get to bring your heart rate down. We don't have to rush from one to the other. We're not doing sprints. And we're not doing high rocks. We're not doing all those other funny competitions that people 30 years younger are doing. Okay, let's sink it down. And that's actually people our age are doing it too. I think it's a little crazy. But also I kind of think it's a fun way to challenge. 2 more. You just can't take a 60-something and have them compete against a 30-something. That is all wrong. But if you want to challenge your body, go for it. I'm not sure my body can do that anymore. Okay, we can do a lot, and we're doing a lot, but you don't have to do that. Go in 10 seconds. I'm at sea level. I'm still waiting for my heart rate to come down. All right, 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It doesn't matter what size step you are using. The challenge is yours. You're training the power systems in your body to respond. So if you need to jump out of the way of anything, a speeding car, jumping over a puddle, and you need to find power in your muscles, that is what we are training. Okay. Ooh, 5 more seconds. Sink it down, pop it up. Sink it down, pop it up. 3 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. Okay. We are doing squats. We are doing chest press. And oh, what's our third thing? Oh, our overhead pulls. So I don't have a bench. I'm going to come down on the floor if you're doing our overhead pulls and the chest press. If you're trying a new weight today, it's week 3. Give yourself some grace. If you have lighter weights, like I have lighter weights that I've been using for doing the chest press, I'm going to add a little pulse at the bottom so you can follow along with me. And the squats, I am I am making it up because I don't have my wedges here. Oh, add a hold. We're going to add a hold just like we did with the split squats on Tuesday. So if you felt them on Tuesday, you might feel them again now. So gather your weights. I'm going to put my heels up on a dumbbell. The art of ad-libbing. I'm going to face you. Turn this around. I'm not going to do this on diagonal yet. Round 1, heels up. You're going to hold the weight right at your chest. Okay. Make sure you can feel your whole foot, that you're not pushing into your toes. You want to feel your heel also. And we're going to sink down. Let your hips go back. Hold. 2, 3, and up. Sink it down. Hold. 2, 3, and up. Notice what your feet are doing through this whole thing. You don't want to be on your toes. You're going to see if you can feel your whole foot, especially if you're doing this flat on the floor. It's easier to see where your weight is. Well, maybe not. And come on up. That was a long hold. Sink down, 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 and up. See if you can get your elbows inside your knees. Up. 6, these kind of sneak up on you. The first few is like, oh, it's not so bad. And then you do the holds. You hang out down here. And it's like, oh, by the time you get to 7 or 8, it's like, ow, ow, ow. Go a little lower if you can, and up. Down. And up. Did I count wrong? Everybody looks like they stopped except me. Okay. Come down on the floor or your bench, your choice. You don't have to do what I do. Well, the exercise you do. But actually, if you do something different, not like I can take the weights out of your hand. We are settle your back into the floor. We're going to reach up, make your back nice and broad, but also think about keeping your chest nice and open. So there's a lot of space there. And let's reach back, holding your back against the floor. Arms are nice and straight. You are pulling with your back muscles, not just lifting with your arms. You could absolutely have one weight in each hand. If you're doing that, press those weights together. Create the tension there. So I'm pretending I'm pulling my weight apart. If you've got two weights, I want you to mash them together like you're trying to fuse them. It is better to go light with this movement and focus on really good form than to go super heavy and challenge your shoulders and back more than we're ready for. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna roll back down with your heavier weights. Hopefully you have them. I'm looking, hanging out. Are we ready? I can tell we're ready when some people go off screen because I know you're where you need to be. Okay, so what we're gonna do is press up, come down, do a little pulse at the bottom, and come up. So 8 to 12. If you're going heavier, you can do fewer reps, get a longer break. If you're using lighter weights than you usually use, see how many you can do. Or at that pulse. If you're going heavier, you don't need to pulse. So what that little pulse is doing is increasing the amount of time those muscles are working, which is pretty effective for helping them get stronger. And when you're all done, whenever that is, take your time, the weight's down, reach your arms up and overhead, do some windshield wipers, let your back and your lats stretch. Oof. Hug your knees in, make sure your back is happy. And when you're ready, roll it up. Grab a drink. We're going to take about 90 seconds, and then we're going to go through that set again. We're going to do it 3 times. So what's changing this week is we are adding the pulse at the bottom of the squat or the hold at the bottom of the squat. It's your choice. I don't care if you're pulsing or holding. It's still time under tension. With the chest press, you're either going heavier or you're adding that pulse at the bottom, which is important. And the overhead press, we're going to try adding a little bit more tension to see what that feels like to get your chest and your back working together, because when you're holding the weights together, you're engaging your pecs. So this is like a double whammy for your chest muscles. Why are we focusing? I'm going to keep talking until the break is up. Why are we focusing on back and chest? Because if you think about it, boom, you got the front and the back of your body. It's what's holding you up. It's what's keeping you upright. It's what's allowing you to move through the world a little bit taller and stronger and balanced. Because at 5'3", now 5'2", I want to be taller. Okay, setting up. I need to rearrange. We're going to go into our squats. Oops, would it help if I had the same size weights? There we go. The weights up at your chest help you stay upright as you're doing this. And that's what we want. So we're going to come down and do a pulse. Take it as deep as you can. And up. Pulse or hold doesn't matter. Elbows come inside your knees. Push through your whole foot to come up. And on up. Good. Hi, Finn. It's okay. Yeah. And I've lost count. Let's do one more. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and up. Good. Coming down on the floor. Set your weights up where you need them. They're now and future. Then go get a drink. So you don't need to go heavy for this. Using one weight, you're holding it like this, then pulling the weight apart. You're holding two weights, you're mushing them together. Try to fuse them. So you got your weight up, pull it apart, 10 reaches. Three, keep your back glued to the floor. Keep your arms straight. Keep that tension. Don't just go through the motions. Be purposeful. Good. When you're all done, you can just reach and stretch those lats. And then take 20-30 seconds, find your weights. Get set up for doing chest press. Don't be lazy and do something that's going to hurt your back. That's what I was going to try to do. You still have to sit up. You're going to go on your bed? Finn wants to demonstrate a chest press, but he doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't have opposable thumbs. We got a problem.
Finn, come here.
He's okay.
Finn.
He'll learn.
Sit.
So
Sit.
we're going to start up.
Sit.
Come down and pulse.
Sit.
And up.
Sit.
See your range, if you're going heavier or lighter.
Sit.
He's okay. Thanks. Okay, make sure you're inhaling at the bottom, opening up the top of your chest. And then use your breath to blow those weights up to the ceiling. Good. 2 sets down. 1 set to go. Let's take a 90-second break. Stretch what needs to be stretched, wiggle what needs to be wiggled. Drink what needs to be drinked. Drunk. Anyway, grab a drink, another minute, and we'll get going again. And Finn, the assistant, wants to help me with my weights. This could be interesting. Okay. So at least we're going to stick with doing the holder, the pulse at the bottom of the squat, and then we'll see what we can do with our squats next week. So to add on to it. So weeks 1 and 2, we groove. Weeks 3, we test. Week 4, we push. Actually, next week I'm in Colorado. You have a week to practice. When I come back, we push. Okay. So with this, you can't tell by my weights. They're straightforward. You can turn your toes out. You can turn your knees out. As long as your knees and your toes are going in the same direction, we're good. Kettlebell or dumbbells, doesn't matter. Hands at your chest, staying nice and upright. Sink it down as low as you can. And push through your whole foot to come up. Feel it in your glutes, hips sink back and down. And up. You are not pushing through your knees. If you are, find the range of movement that allows you to stay out of your knees. Find that range of motion. Good. Nice. Nice, look good. Lost count, we can do one more. Join me. Good. So just for grins, while we're sitting up on your bench or on your floor, just reach up and reach for your toes, or your ankles, or your shins, or your knees, wherever you get a stretch, and pull a little bit so you're getting traction through your back. And then let's do our overhead pulls. We're reaching up, straight arms, pulling back, spine stays on the floor. You're either tearing the weight apart or fusing two weights together. That's how much tension I want through this whole thing with your arms straight.
And well,
Hey, Ben, you're blocking me. Okay, then come up and reset. Give your arms.
Finn, come here. Hey,
Go on.
come here. Come here. Sit.
I feel loved.
Stay. Stay.
Okay. Just want you to know you can all bring your dogs to your workouts. It's not just me. During COVID, the big thing to have kids coming into your workouts. Not me. Nobody I work with has kids. Here we go with our test press. The little kids anyway, that'll barge in. We all have dogs or cats. So back is settled on the floor. If you're going lighter this week or have light weights, you're doing that little pulse. Otherwise, you're in your own rep range. You're all done. Put the weights down safely. Hug your knees in to start. Every exhale, see if you can lengthen through your back and let your lower back come down onto the floor just a little bit more. We're not done. We're just taking a little break. Whew. And then let's stretch nice and long. Maybe do a little bit of side to side with your upper body. Stretch out your lats. Hug your knees in and roll it up. We're going into our accessory work. We're going to do one round and then we stretch. Ooh. Bear crawls. We're going to take a minute or so to let our upper body recover before we start doing bear crawls. Do we need weights? No, we do not need weights. You're going to need a block for doing our hip shifts. It doesn't feel too good to do it on a step. And okay, I don't have a ball. We're going to use a ball or a block for doing our bridges with the knee squeeze. So bear crawls. We're going side to side. We're going to go 3 times. I'm going to adjust my camera so I have more floor space to work with. Okay. So let's just rock a little bit, wake up your wrists. If your wrists are feeling kind of tender after lifting, let's turn your fingertips towards your knees and just lean back into it. Let your forearms stretch and switch sides. I could ask you to do this with weights in your hands, but you might never come back. Okay. Maybe this next month we'll add weights. So we're going to press our toes into the floor. Come up so our knees are a couple of inches off the ground and side step. 2 steps each direction. 3 times. and down. Coming onto our sides. We have our side plank hip dips. You can do them from your elbow. We did that week 1. You can do it from your knees like this. We did that week 2. This week, you can try it on your elbow all the way from your feet. So your choice. We're going to go in about 10 seconds. Pick a position. As long as you're in a straight line from your head to your toes, you are good. And ready? Let's hop. Side 1. Your elbows right underneath your shoulder, arms up to the ceiling, hip comes down, hip comes up. You want to add the arms. Woo. 6. Don't lose the hips for the sake of the arms. Nice. And we're doing 10 on each side. You're done with side 1. Let's just butt pivot. And to side 2. Pop it up. And 10 drops. Good. And let it go. Okay. Finding a block. Where did I go with my block? Hey, Mal, can you pass my block to me? Thank you. Thanks, nothing resistant. I don't care how you put it between your knees. You don't want it too wide. You just want something that you can squeeze. So you can use a cushion. You can use a ball. I don't have a ball, so I'm using a block. You want your knees and your hips to be kind of in alignment. So if you go too wide, like this, you can tell my knees are too wide. Like this is a little bit better. Like this is maybe too narrow. So settle your back onto the floor. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, press into your feet and squeeze your ball, block, whatever. Something like that. We're doing 10 of these. We're not slapping our back down. We're not speeding through it. And when we're done, we're going to come back on hands and knees. But we're going to use the block and we're going to do those hip shifts. So might use the step. Actually, it's bigger than my block. Might be better for showing you. See if my knees still remember it's like to be on a floor or on a hard surface. So I'm going to hold my arms wider. I want you to have your arms underneath your shoulders. Hips are level. My knees are level. And it's just a little drop. I'm pulling up. So I'm not hiking to the side. I'm not sinking. I'm pulling with my back and just letting my pelvis rotate. A little shift down, a little shift up. So you're holding that hip on the block, very steady. Just keeping length through your torso. You're doing about 10 of these. I'm not counting. You can just do a whole bunch. And then if I turn around, which I probably should have done first. So I don't want to see this. or this. The hip on your block is stabilizing. It's allowing that other side to move. You might feel some pops in your back. That's okay. And when we're all done, let's come on to our backs and hug your knees in. And make circles with your knees. Let's do about 5 or 6 each direction. And then put your feet down. And notice if you can keep those circles going with your lower back, your very lower back, the sacrum. Can you make a circle over that sacrum? Little hip shifts, little hip tilts. And then plant your feet. We're going to take your knees side to side. 6, 8, 10, and then we're going to hold them onto side 1 and take your arm and reach over your head behind you and get a nice stretch through your side. So keep pushing that top knee down towards the floor. It's probably not going to reach. We're not Gumbies. Good. And come up and let's go to the other side and add that reach. If your back pops, it's okay. And come back to center, hug one leg in, stretch the other leg straight. Let that knee drift out to the side, outside your shoulder, and then back in. Cross your body. You're not really going to cross your body. So that leg that's straight, you're pressing into the floor. The leg that's bent, you're mobilizing side to side. Then we're going to switch hands. That's holding that knee. And we are going to cross your body and let your hips turn. And then come up and switch sides. Leg one knee in, other leg is pressing into the floor. And then take that knee out to the side and back in. You can make circles, you can just go out and in. Whatever feels good to your hip. And then we're going to switch hands and cross the body, let your hips turn a little bit. Keep your shoulders down. Get that stretch through your glutes. And come up. Let's hug those knees in again. Take those legs up straight. And hold. If you want to, you can circle your ankles while they're up here. Your feet don't have to support you. It's a good time to circle. Point and flex. But really just stretch. Stretch those hamstrings, see how much you can pull in. And then we're going to roll over. Do some cat-cow. Maybe 3 or 4. And come back into child's pose. Walk your hands over to one side. belly. Then walk your hands over to the other side. Pet your dog. And we're all done. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I will see you 2 Tuesdays from now.